don't rush the process. The one thing I always wanted to do in trading was just to make money. I got burnt out too many times. Blow it, blow it, blow it. Just trying to rush the process. Don't rush the process. Trust the process, and everything will just happen the way it's supposed to be.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another TFT interview. Today I have for a first time someone from Ireland. Warm welcome to Denzel. How are you doing today?
Good, Anna. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Can you first tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into trading?
My name is Denzel. I'm originally from South Africa, born and raised, but right now I reside in Ireland. My story is basically just all about humble beginnings, and with everything in life, I figured out that no matter what happens, you always have to do something in order to make a way, make a living, whether it's cutting hair, whether it's hustling out in the streets. But eventually, I came across trading in college, and ever since then, I haven't really looked back. In the meantime, trading was one of those things that I'd always see it in movies like The Wolf of Wall Street and other movies like on the laptop screens. And I'm just thinking, what is that and how the hell do I get involved? Then eventually, COVID 2020, I had a friend from who I went to school with, and he was posting nearly every single day the charts. Then one day I was like, you know what? I'm tired of looking at his story. Let me just ask him, like, yo, what is this and how do I get involved? He told me about this one course to take part of, and I took part of that course. It's the only course I've ever taken in trading, and ever since then, I haven't looked back.
Amazing. So you found the perfect course and the perfect strategy from the beginning, right?
Basically, yeah.
That's so incredible. You're lucky.
Yeah, I wish.
Can you tell me a little bit about the learning curve? What were the things that you struggled with the most and how did you overcome those struggles?
The learning curve was actually kind of crazy because when I first jumped into trading, the mindset was not correct. All I wanted to do was just make money. So with my first initial investment, it was like €100. The minute I deposit that money, all I'm thinking is, okay, I'm a millionaire and nobody else can tell me nothing. I didn't know anything about risk management, mindset, lot sizes, or anything like that. So my first couple of challenges within my learning curves was just understanding how does trading actually work. And one thing I realized, it's not what happens on the charts, it's actually what happens outside the charts and the things that you're doing. So one of the main things I started doing was just like reading a lot of books. Before college and everything like that, I wouldn't be the type of person to read. My lifestyle back then was just work, party, work, party. Then obviously there was a shift once me and trading just became best friends. So yeah, I started doing a lot more reading. And with the reading, it helped me just be more calm and more stable when I'm actually on the charts. But yeah, that's basically the learning curve, just mindset, being in the right state of mind, and just understanding the fact that with trading, it's not something that you can learn instantly, you know? Just like college, it does take 3, 4, 5 years for you to actually get where you want to be. And it's a tough journey, but once you make it to that graduation, you'll be like, thank God for this.
I totally agree with you. What are the failures that you cherish the most?
I would say all the losses that I've taken, literally. So every single loss I've taken, I always cherish it because I know, okay, the reason I lost this trade is because of X, Y, and Z. And that would be like my secret formula too. If I was to see that same situation happen again, I know exactly like, okay, this happened to me before and I'm not going to let that happen to me again. So yeah, I say the losses.
How has your psychology changed with time? And what did you do to change the mindset and psychology? What are the skills that you had to develop to become disciplined and profitable?
Before I started learning about psychology and everything like that, I just found it so hard to accept a trade, like to accept failure, to accept defeat. So if I was to enter a trade, I would hold that trade up until it just blows my account. Literally, if I was to top up €50, I enter a buy with a crazy lot size and I'm just holding that trade. I'm watching my account go into negative. Then obviously you get the email saying margin call, your account is closed. I realized, okay, I need to accept this loss and I just accept the failure. Once I got over that learning curve with the psychology of just accept how every trade is going to be, there's only going to be two outcomes, really. You either win or you lose. And once I felt like I understood that, everything just changed, literally.
Did you start implementing a specific daily routine that is helping you to be calm and to be focused?
One of the best books I've read is actually Atomic Habits. It just tells you basically how habits form and everything like that. But previously to trading and all these kind of things, I wouldn't have had a daily routine. But once I started to get the gist of everything, I realized you actually need to have some sort of routine you need to follow. It doesn't have to be exactly like 10 o'clock, go to the gym. And if it's not 10 o'clock, you're not in the gym. That doesn't matter. But what matters is the fact that you still went to the gym. My routine is literally just wake up roughly 5, 6 a.m. From there, just go straight to the gym just to get it out of the way. So once the gym is out of the way, I know I have the whole day to just come back, relax, do some reading, look at the charts. And once I'm on the charts, I'm fully focused. I have nothing else on my mind. And I just take that off the checklist. Then obviously after that, I just relax with my partner and just enjoy life.
Can you tell us a little bit about your strategy?
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Right. So basically, with the way my strategy works, obviously I've only ever paid for one course. But before that, what I did do, I was more of like a YouTube learner. So I'll just take bits and pieces off other people's videos and just push it all together and just make it my own. In the process of doing that, I kind of fell in love with US 30 indices and JER 30 to be specific. I would always go from the highest time frame, which would be the monthly, and just work my way down and just see basically what is going on inside the markets. We can clearly see in June we had a bullish month. So now we're in July. So the previous month would kind of tell me with some form of indication what's actually happening. And if I was to kind of zoom out a little bit more, I will be able to see the current market structure and everything like that that's going on. And with what I can see here at the moment, I would say US 30 is probably going to head towards this region over here. That's going to happen within a couple of months because we are in the money time frame. I can clearly see here we have some sort of impulse. We have a correction, and I am expecting another impulse. And if price was to become bearish, obviously I would expect a retracement for price to push up. So this is how I would see it in this moment in time. First, I would actually do it on the naked charts. Then the next thing what I do is I draw my lines and all that kind of stuff here. Then I will just jump into the weekly time frame and just try and confirm my bias. So if the monthly is bullish, I'm expecting the weekly to be bullish. Then I will work my way down. And if everything is bullish, that's the green light to just take the bias and just look for the nice impulse corrections to the upside. And vice versa if price is pushing towards the downside. So if I'm the monthly, I already know that we're bullish. Weekly is telling me the same kind of things. I can see that there has been rejections around this round number over here. Then from there, I have permission to actually slide into the daily time frame where I can see the structures a little bit better. On a day-to-day basis, it moves between 125 to 250 points. So whenever I'm trading, I will just try and trade from range to range. So for example, over here, we saw that there was a rejection on the daily time frame at this point over here at this round number. Once I saw the rejection, I know that we're going to be bullish and that price is going to be moving towards the upside. So the next thing I need to understand is where can I get my next entry? So usually with the way US 30 moves, I would have it from this black line to the next black line. So once I see price is pushing above and it's broken and closed above the mid-range line, all I'm waiting for is for price to come back to retest and push towards the upside. The reason why I'm waiting for the retest is simple because it has to move between 125 to 250 points per day. Sometimes US 30 goes crazy and even goes like past that. So with that being said, I know on the daily time frame it doesn't look too clean, but once I jump in towards the 4-hour time frame, structures and everything like that begin to look a lot better. So with the way it'll be moving and everything like that, all I'm going to wait for is for price to just come back, and I'll wait patiently for it to retest the certain level here inside the markets. So I would just jump from the weekly, daily, 4-hour. Then once I have perfect confirmation and everything like that, I do have permission sometimes to actually scale in towards the 1-hour time frame and see if I can get the perfect snipe. But if not, I will just literally be trading from zone to zone. And as you can see, for example, this is on Tuesday, the 11th of July. We saw that the price of US 30 had moved from this mid-range point to the next mid-range, which is roughly 125. Then from there, it just keeps on shooting up to complete the 250 move. From there, it just kept going up and up and up and up. with the way my strategy works, it's just one of those things that with time, I just look at the charts 24/7. So I just know exactly what I'm looking for when I'm looking to enter a trade and all this kind of stuff there. When price broke above here, all I'm waiting for me to confirm my buys and my sells, I need to see a clean break and close, wait for price to come back and retest, and we go again. So obviously over here, we had the break and close. Price then came back the following day to give me that nice retest. Then here again, we have the bullish break. I'm waiting for the close. I'm going to come back and enter here again. And once I'm entering, all I'm waiting to do is just go from the first 120 to the next 120. And obviously, if price is still giving me bullish signs, I'm just going to hold the trade up until I've completed my 250 points per day. Because it's not just one thing, I'm just looking at the lines. I'm also looking at how the market is moving, where we're going to next. So like over here, I know that since price is being bullish, this was the last level inside the market that made the market turn bearish. So I would be looking for entries every single time to take me up to this level over here. Then obviously here, I'm just looking, okay, what's going to happen next? We only have two options, like I said. From here, price can either continue to go up, break below, retest, and then become bearish. But obviously from doing our analysis from the monthly time frame, we do know that we have been bullish on the monthly, weekly, daily. So on the 4 hour, all I'm literally doing is I'm just scaling in, scaling in, scaling in. And even like here we are today, price has broken above this area and we're at this level inside the market. So if I was active today inside the markets, I would be looking for an entry right about now from this point here to take me towards the next points inside the market for a nice 1:3, something like this here for a nice 1:3. And obviously this is just 125 points. And if prices to continue to push up to make it 250 points, that my 1:3 will then turn into a 1:6, so on and so forth, up until the bullish run is over. So that's basically like how I use my strategy. There's more to it, but this is just the basics, just the round numbers, higher time frame analysis, and just following the order of the market. That's one thing I recommend to anybody. Just follow the charts. Don't force anything inside the markets. Just whatever you're seeing, follow exactly what's happening. Don't go for sells in a bullish market and don't go for buys in a bearish market. Just follow the trend of the charts and you will become profitable, you know?
Do you take partials, or how do you manage? Do you manage your trades live, or you just set your limits and you let them play out?
Whenever I'm actually in the charts, I'm live and direct. So I'm actually watching the trade. I don't really take partials. Once I'm inside the trade and I'm active, I will just monitor the charts, set my alerts to let me know, okay, price is now 2% in profit. I'm like, okay, that's very good. Because one thing I have learned with trading, the one thing that has hurt me in the past is the fact that I'll enter a trade and the minute I enter, I see price impulse, I look away or I set my stop loss at break even just so I don't make any losses. Price will come back, tag me out, and continue to push back up. The lesson I've learned from this is with my trades, I just have my stop loss, have my take profit. That's all I need. And I just let the charts just do its thing. Literally, I just let it just do what it needs to do. Like there's only two outcomes of win or lose. And yeah.
Do you wish that you did something differently from the beginning that would have made the journey smoother, easier, faster?
The only different thing I would say is to have gotten a mentor that I could shadow under his wing 1-to-1. So I know exactly this is what I need to do. If I'm having this type of issues, do this, do this, do this. But that had just taught me just to be myself and everything like that. But yeah, the one thing I did wish is to have a mentor inside the markets just to guide me in, taking less losses, controlling my emotions and all that kind of stuff.
If you're about to start now, and with what would you advise yourself with the knowledge and experience that you have?
One advice is don't rush the process. Like the one thing I always wanted to do in trading was just to make money. But obviously, once I jumped straight into the markets, I got burnt out too many times, taking profit challenges just so I can make money, blow it, blow it, blow it, just trying to rush the process, not having risk management, not reading books, not being one with the charts. Yeah, that's just the number one thing I'll say to myself. Don't rush the process, trust the process, and everything will just happen the way it's supposed to be.
When you mentioned risk management, how is your risk management? Do you have like a static risk management, or you're adjusting your risk management depending on if you have profits or you're in a drawdown? And do you use the same risk management on challenges as you do on your funded account, or you are more conservative in your funded account?
Yeah, so basically when I'm trading with my risk management style, I literally just risk 1% every single trade. So with every trade is 1% for risk to reward of 1:3. Because what I've learned is I could take 3 losses in a row. And for example, if I had a 1-to-1 risk to reward, it'll take me twice as much trades to get back to break even. Whereas if I have a 1:3 with a 1% risk, my next trade hits take profit, I'm back to where I started. I always risk 1% per trade. My risk to reward minimum has to be 1:3, just so I can scale in and do all that kind of stuff there.
What is the most memorable moment in your trading journey? Was there any like eye-opening moment?
It's not really with the charts, but it falls in the same line. It's just getting my first withdrawal. Literally, just seeing that Forex is actually real. That was the one moment I realized never give up and just keep on pushing.
How did trading change different aspects of your life?
With the way life was before compared to now, trading just put everything in an upward spiral of just positivity and just being able to get it how you live, you know? Like in terms of doing challenges, you can buy a challenge, for example, 200K. You have 1%, which is 2K, withdraw that. 2% where I'm from here in Ireland is enough to do a lot of things, you know, such as pay your rent, pay car insurance, and all these kind of things. So with trading and everything like that, it's helped me fund my life and become a better person for the people around me and my family and friends and all that kind of stuff. And just so I can, you know, travel the world with my partner and just see all these amazing places around the world.
What are the things that you discovered about yourself that you weren't aware of?
I never realized I was never really that much aware of my emotions up until I started trading. If I was to take a loss, I would realize that my attitude would change around the people around me, you know? So for example, if I was to take a loss, people like my partner would be like, how's the trading going? And she'd ask me specifically with how I'm moving because I'm a little bit cold shoulder. Then obviously if I have a winning trade, she just sees I'm smiling. I'm just looking at other things online. What am I gonna buy next? This and this. But yeah, it made me more aware of my actual emotions and everything like that. So even on a day-to-day, if I'm feeling sad or anything like that, I acknowledge like, yeah, I'm feeling sad. Let me just let the emotions run through and just get rid of it. There's no point of you holding in all these emotions and just, you know, you're just gonna blow up, especially if you're sad. You take a trade, most likely you're going to lose that trade.
It was really good that you're sharing that, especially because usually male traders have a really big ego and they don't want to admit, I feel sad. Like many say, oh, you should trade without emotions, but it's impossible to trade without emotions. We're human beings. So it's really nice that you're sharing this, and I hope that other people are gonna keep it in mind so that they're gonna express their feelings and try to listen to their feelings and think of what those feelings are trying to tell them. How did you find TFT, and how is your experience with us?
My friend actually recommended TFT to me. He told me about it. I took a look at TFT myself and I just saw like, I get an account, there's 15% discount, there's this. And I'm like, that's a good thing for TFT. With one account I bought, they gave me an extra 10K to trade with, like a separate account. With that, I'll give TFT 5 stars. And the second thing I would say is that the Discord community is crazy. Like you can actually just go in there, just say how you're feeling. Someone will respond back to you. If you have a loss in a trade, somebody will say, I took the same loss and everything like that.
What is the plan moving forward with trading, and if you have like other plans outside of trading?
Yeah, so with trading, the plan is just to keep on grinding, keep on pushing, get it how you live. And yeah, just take profits always. And obviously on the side, I have my own personal YouTube and everything like that. So I'm also looking for that to grow. I have my little community. So hopefully in the next 5 years, I will be doing my own thing. Who knows? But all I can say is just onwards and upwards from here.
So just to remind the audience, we're going to put the link of the YouTube channel in the description. Make sure to subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to TFT's channel as well, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You mentioned your partner a couple of times. How was the support from her side? Did she believe in the things that you were doing? Did it impact your performance? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I mean, it was incredible. I'm not even gonna lie. If I was to like lose an account, she'd be the first person to say, let's go again. And obviously that's something we can do together that it just uplifts you that, because you know, if you lose a challenge, you're just in your head and all these kind of things. But yeah, she's always been rooting for me from day one. And each time I would say something, she would always believe whatever is coming out of my mouth because I'm bringing it to life. If I say I'm going to do a 200K account challenge, I'm going to pass, withdraw 20K, she believes everything I'm going to say. We go to the bank and that happens. And we're just like, yeah, you manifested it. And I'm like, yeah. What you need is someone that just supports you and believes in your vision and your dream and doesn't have any doubts.
That's so amazing of her, because I know many are struggling even more. The more it's in general, like trading is so hard, and it's even harder when you don't have people around you that are supporting you and are putting even more doubts in your head. Any last words that you would like to share with us to round it up?
Just for the people watching, just don't give up and just keep on pushing. Like tomorrow can be your day. Literally.
Thank you for your time and for sharing your experience with us. I'm excited to see how you're going to progress. So it will be amazing if we have a follow-up interview in the near future. And yeah, I wish you good luck.
Thank you, Ana. I appreciate it.
And to all of you watching, thank you so much for watching. And one more reminder, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and show us some love in the comments down below. Trade safe, and until next time.